All right, let's dive into this because it's a story that's got me thinking about the journey to success, the pressure of expectations, and what it really means to break through in a sport as unforgiving as golf. Michael Thorbjornsen just won his first PGA Tour victory at the Rocket Classic, and personally, I think this is more than just a win. It's a masterclass in patience, perspective, and the weight of expectations in professional sports. Here's the thing. Thorbjornsen's victory didn't come overnight. This was his 65th career start, and if you're thinking that's a lot, you're not wrong. But what makes this really interesting is the context. In a sport where young stars like Jackson Koiven are winning in their third start, Thorbjornsen's path feels almost deliberate, almost methodical. It's like he's been building up to this moment. And that's what I find fascinating. In a world that glorifies instant success, his story is a reminder that sometimes the journey is just as important as the destination. Now, let's talk about that final round. Shooting a 63 is no small feat, especially when you're up against some of the biggest names in golf. Xander Schauffele, a two-time major winner, was breathing down his neck, and Davis Riley, the 54-hole leader, had a meltdown on the front nine. But Thorbjornsen, he stayed cool. That 26-foot birdie putt on the 18th wasn't just a stroke of luck. It was the culmination of years of work, of doubt, of wondering if it would ever happen. And that's what this really suggests. Sometimes the breakthrough comes not from a sudden burst of brilliance, but from consistent, relentless effort. What many people don't realize is how much pressure these young golfers are under. Thorbjornsen admitted it felt like a relief to finally win. And I get it. When you're on the PGA Tour, every missed putt, every bad drive feels magnified. But here's where his perspective shines. He said that just being on the tour at 24 is an accomplishment. That's humility, but it's also wisdom. If you take a step back and think about it, success isn't just about winning. It's about appreciating the journey and the opportunities along the way. Now, let's zoom out for a second. The Rocket Classic itself is a tournament with a history of launching careers. Thorbjornsen is the fourth player to make it his first PGA Tour win, joining the likes of Nate Lashley and Cam Davis. But what's striking is the field he beat. This wasn't a weak tournament. It had arguably the strongest field in its history. Hideki Matsuyama, Cameron Young, Rickie Fowler. These are household names of golf. So, this raises a deeper question. Does the level of competition make a victory sweeter? Personally, I think it does. It's not just about winning. It's about proving you belong among the best. One detail I find fascinating is Thorbjornsen's amateur background. He's from Massachusetts, a decorated amateur, and turned pro just 2 years ago. That transition from amateur to pro is no joke. The expectations, the pressure, the financial stakes, it's a whole new ballgame. But he's handled it with grace, and that $1.8 million winner's check, that's not just a payday. It's validation for all the sacrifices he's made. Finally, let's talk about Rickie Fowler's moment at the end. He didn't win, but he birdied the 18th and thanked the crowd. It's a small moment, but it speaks volumes about the respect these players have for the game and the fans. Golf, at its core, is a sport of character, and moments like that remind us why we love it. So, here's my closing thought. Michael Thorbjornsen's win isn't just about a trophy or a paycheck. It's about the grind, the doubt, the perseverance, and the perspective it takes to succeed at the highest level. It's a story that resonates far beyond the fairways, and it's one I'll be thinking about for a while. What do you think? Is success sweeter when it takes time, or do we put too much value on instant breakthroughs? Let me know in the comments below.